If you want to scale an image in GIMP without losing quality, you're in the right place. In this tutorial, I'll show you the exact steps to resize your image the smart way so you can avoid blurry results, stretched proportions, and ugly artifacts. Whether you're preparing an image for a website, social media, printing, or just cleaning up a graphic, using the right scaling method makes a huge difference. And if this video helps you out, make sure to hit like and subscribe for more easy software tutorials just like this. Alright, let's jump in. First, open GIMP and load the image you want to resize. You can do that by going to File, then Open, and selecting your image from your computer. Once the image is open, look at the top menu bar and click on Image. From the drop-down menu, choose Scale Image. This is where the main resizing process happens. Now you'll see the Scale Image dialog box. This window lets you change the width, height, resolution, and interpolation settings. Before you type in new dimensions, take a quick look at the chain link icon next to width and height. Make sure that chain is closed or linked. When it's linked, GIMP keeps the aspect ratio locked, which means your image stays proportional and does not stretch or squish in a weird way. This is one of the most important steps if you want your final result to look natural. Next, enter your new dimensions. You can type in pixels, inches, millimeters, or even percentage depending on what you need. If you're resizing for the web, pixels are usually the best choice. If you're preparing for print, inches or resolution settings may matter more. Just be careful not to enter random values without checking the aspect ratio, because that can distort the image. Now comes the most important part for quality, interpolation. In the quality section, click the Interpolation drop-down menu. This is the setting that tells GIMP how to process the pixels when the image is resized. If you choose the wrong one, your image can look blurry, soft, or jagged. But if you choose the right option, GIMP can keep your image looking sharp and clean. Here's the simple rule to follow. If you are upscaling, meaning you are making the image larger, choose NoHalo. This is a great option because it helps minimize halo effects around edges and keeps sharp areas looking more natural. It's especially useful when enlarging photos, graphics, and skin tones. If you are downscaling, meaning you're making the image slightly smaller, choose LoHalo. This method is designed to preserve maximum clarity and sharpness while reducing the image size. It's usually the best choice when you want to shrink an image but still keep it crisp. If you are doing a massive reduction, like shrinking a large image down to a much smaller size, you can use cubic or LoHalo. These options help discard extra pixels safely while keeping important details recognizable. For many users, LoHalo is still the safest all-around choice for quality. And if you're working with pixel art or retro game assets, choose None. This is important because pixel art needs every pixel to stay sharp and blocky. Any smoothing or interpolation can blur the edges and destroy the retro look. So for pixel art, always avoid the methods that soften the image. After choosing the right interpolation method, double-check your width, height, and aspect ratio one more time. Then click Scale. GIMP will process the image and apply your new size using the quality settings you selected. Once the scaling is complete, take a look at the result. Zoom in if needed to inspect the sharpness, edge quality, and overall clarity. If the image looks too soft or too jagged, you may need to go back and try a different interpolation method depending on the type of image you're working with. So the key takeaway is this: don't just resize an image blindly. Open the Scale Image tool, keep the aspect ratio locked, enter your new size, and choose the right interpolation for the job. That's how you scale in GIMP without losing quality. If you found this helpful, please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe for more GIMP tips, photo editing tutorials, and beginner-friendly software guides. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.